Me Sierra Leone brother and sister them una kushe. This na Dr. Prince Haisi Bull from Durham, North Carolina, USA. They bring una another edition of True Say Talk Me. This True Say Talk Me, they deal with how the Sierra Leone Constitution and the laws of Sierra Leone they discriminate against the Creole them na Sierra Leone. Me na Sierra Leonean, me na a native of Sierra Leone. But the Sierra Leone Constitution states say me, Dr. Haisi Bull, we born, bred, raised na Salone, me not a native of Sierra Leone. But before I start this presentation, I want to tell thank you to me Creole brother we don't fight this fight for we over the years. Lawyer Maurice Gaba. We Naimin can do one big talk at London KDU. Na there Sido Ayeri na tell and say let pass the baton to me. Me, I will help fight this case. So una sidom and una listen how the Salon Constitution they discriminate against 2% of the people na Salon. This is not right. And my brother and sister them, we come on at the provinces, are open to go listen and una help fight the case for Sierra Leone and they were a native of Sierra Leone. I know say this go come as a surprise to people and for Yeri say the Sierra Leone law they discriminate against Creole them na Sierra Leone. The Salon law treat Creole them like they're a foreigner inside this country. So, let me start first of all by going through the Constitution and then give you the information about the law where they discriminate against we, the Creole people, them na Salon. You see, the 1991 Sierra Leone Constitution clearly states that the motto of the Republic of Sierra Leone shall be unity, freedom, and justice. Me brother and me sister them, una let we take 10 look the Constitution for really understand this discrimination. Let we look at the 1991 Constitution, Section 6, subsection 1-2, where state, accordingly, the state shall promote national integration and unity and discourage discrimination on the grounds of place of origin, circumstance of birth, sex, religion, status, ethnic, or linguistic association or ties. First of all, na area them is supposed to protect we the Creole them, but it only benefits 98% of all the people within a Salon, when are the other tribe they will come from the provinces then. But we the Creole when at 2%, the Constitution we na in the right for protect we and not protect we. So I will continue for tell the story how the Salon Constitution continue for fail the Creole na Salon. Section 6.1 of that same 1991 Constitution day, subsection 3, states that for let the country be one, when a national integration and unity, the state when the Salon government for make sure say A, them provide adequate facilities for and for encourage free mobility of people, goods and services throughout Sierra Leone, and B, when are the most important one, if for secure full rights of residence for every citizen in every part of the state. That means to say anybody when a Sierra Leonean for enjoy the privilege for tap now any part pan Salon and live there forever, ever, and ever. Also, if you look at the same constitution, section 18, subsection 1, of that same constitution, the state say, no person shall be deprived of his freedom of movement. And it further states that for the purpose for this section, freedom means the right to move freely throughout Sierra Leone and the right to reside, that is for TAP, now any part of Sierra Leone. The right to enter and leave Sierra Leone, and immunity from expulsion from Sierra Leone. This now in the Salon Constitution say. But when you look at the Salon Constitution, it only applies to 98% of the people. And other than 98% of the people here. Well, the 98% of them people here, now anybody will not to Kriyo. Because if you're not Kriyo, you not get the same rights and privileges than they. Well, how I know that? Well, then get a law with them pass what they call the Provincial Land Act, the PLA. This PLA, it prevent Kriyo them not forget land or set up a resident or business upline. The Kriyo them, they exclude them from residing and move freely within the provinces of Sierra Leone, contrary to the constitution. So my brother and sister, when they talk about unity in Sierra Leone, when they talk about peace and love, from 1961, we don't get a government where we don't be dominated by me brother them and me sister them from the provinces. We all don't be one. But they refuse for change this law because they don't want Kriyo people them for benefit from another 90 or plus % of the country of Sierra Leone. So we are 2%. Mostly we reside in the western area. We are just a small fraction of the country. So in effect, we don't Kriyo them. We're not a Sierra Leonean them. Na Salon. We're not like foreigner. We're not a citizen of Freetown. Or better yet, the citizen of western area. When you pass Songo, your citizenship na Salon done if you're not Kriyo. Because you not get no right and privileges past that point there. And this why it ranga in the 21st century in 2018 that we get politicians where sit on a parliament where they look this law every day and say it better for let Kriyo them not get land or be residents na any area where you see you don't pass Freetown they go. But this is not right. So my brother and sister them are the appeal to now. Because section 26 of the Sierra Leone Constitution also provide that no person shall be hindered in the enjoyment of his freedom of assembly and association, and that is to say, his right to assemble freely and associate with other persons, and in particular to form or belong to any political party, trade unions, or other economic, social, or professional associations, national or international, for the protection of his interest. You see, we don't Kriyo them. We cannot really associate with our brothers and sisters from the provinces because we not get right to stay, reside, occupy, or acquire property in the provinces. So this law, it discriminates against Kriyo and it limits the geographical region of how Kriyo them for participate inside the country where over 5 generations they don't born, they don't go. You see, it's not right. And the tender reach for like we then Kriyo them, we appeal to we brother and sister them because you know the issue with this provincial or this provinces land act is that it clearly discriminates against Kriyo. It targets Kriyo them in a way wrong. You see, Kriyo we then created, we not only Sierra Leonean ethnic group, but it prevent we from the customary land rights where we as a Sierra Leonean entitled to in the provinces. So, outside this law come out, where we hold and tranga one, and they use them for discriminate against we own people, where we all learn say now one. Well, you see them breaches there where they in Sierra Leone. They set up a colony in 1808. In 1808, when they set up that colony, they na Freetown, na mean the only area where they consider part of Sierra Leone. But as the time they go on, then decide say that area where they outside of Freetown, let we annex them and call them a protectorate. Let we protect them from them people where we bring them inside the country where we been considered foreigner at that 10 day. Because they're not been born and raised in Salone. So let we protect that land there. And because of the education and the knowledge, make them not go bully them people away then at the provinces because they don't understand. And the British then get a policy of divide and rule. And now that don't divide we 30 days. Then divide we patak way 30 days with the majority when at 98%. If you will, we all either open, we all don't get education, we all believe in freedom and justice of Sierra Leone, then still consider we the Creole as foreign as them for continue for use the British rule for divide way. Well, when the British then see this thing in 1927, then pass what they call the Protectorate Land Ordinance Act. Well, that Protectorate Land Ordinance Act was, like I say, for prevent them one the way they bring them, what they consider as Westerners, from occupying land in the Protectorate. In 1927, that may make sense. In that piece they decide say they go come up with category. Then one the way they bring come, where they call Westerner, then call them non-natives. That is we then create them. But then one the way they meet, then call them natives. And then distinguish between the natives and the non-natives. So now they will get this kind name where would they call people from the provinces natives. And that is wrong. Because we, the Creole, and anybody from the provinces, we are all now natives of Sierra Leone. And we, Sierra Leoneans them, and then the way they are the legal side and politics, which we big fool, we still keep them for distinguish between the Creoles them, when at 2%, and everybody else where they Sierra Leone at 98%, and continue for discriminate. So now Lord, immediately the British then decide say, well, let we turn over on the country to ourselves. And in the British them put now Lord. So the law been there. But in 1961, we would get independence. The Mitimagai government no mean say and fit for repeal that law. Then take that condition they reenact them in a provinces Land Act in 1960, known as Cap 122 of Laws of Sierra Leone. And they continue with this divisive and discriminatory practice. So now not to the British them in do this so. This now we brother and sister them, where we say we like and love from the provinces, that they decide, say, you know what, then create them, let we still discriminate against them. And my brothers and sisters, it is wrong. It is wrong for us to take laws where the British them input for discriminate against us and use that for divide us. You know, and we continue to adapt those laws. For example, in the laws and the Act of 1972, Act number 29 of 1972 states that a non-native is any person who is not entitled by customary law to rights in land in the provinces. And you know now law with the breaches that we make say them Creole then are non-natives, then still they use them for discriminate against we. So the law itself a bias. Let's go inside this law a little bit. Let we understand that. So now we talk about the Provinces Land Act and what it say and what it mean for the Creole people. So Section 3(1) of the Provinces Land Act states that no land in the provinces shall be occupied by a non-native. That are we then create them 2% no more. And because we're not the count foreigner there. Foreigner they're not for buy land as alone. But we talk about the legal Sierra Leoneans there. That no land in the provinces shall be occupied by a non-native unless that person they first go obtain consent of a tribal authority to occupy that land. Inside our own country, inside our own country. And we know the say nobody not for buy land at freedom. Because we are all Sierra Leoneans. Now let's go back to Section 3(2) of the same law. Now law they state that any non-native, that now we then create them all, who shall occupy land in the provinces without the approval of the district commissioner shall be a tenant at will within the meaning of this ordinance. So if me go buy land with me a Creole boy or I go occupy land, if the district commissioner say no want me at will, whether I'm not below so or not below so, well, they go just take an amian and kick me come out and say, brah, take you Creole boy self go na freedom. Inside my own country. This is tranga discrimination. Let's look what in Section 4 say. Section 4 say a non-native. You know that for us change this thing to say a Creole boy or a Creole girl. Because I think that's a law say. Let's forget about this native, non-native stuff. Because therefore us say non-Creole shall acquire a greater interest in land in the provinces than a tenancy for a term of 50 years. So which means they even give me limitation in my own country. When they give me the land set for bill, becoming a Creole na 50 years, then give me. Because me a Creole boy. But nothing in this section shall prevent the insertion in any lease of a clause providing for the renewal of such lease for second or further terms not exceeding 21 years. So, even in my own country, if I decide, say, I want to go build industry, Nabo, Kenema, Kono, and build a estate, I can't buy and becoming a Creole boy. Now we understand why the country not go develop. I mean not say that 2% Creole boy get money for go build up line. But we Creole boy then one day not go for go build up line because we cannot invest there. And I think it is wrong. You see the British them pull the British colony them. Nigeria there, they don't change their law there. You know so the country better. Ghana, let me get the same thing. They don't change their law there. All them country them where the British mean they do now foolishness they then change them. But we Sierra Leone, now we no more not really change them because we feel the need for continue for discriminate against we Sierra Leoneans. Well, you ask me, how could we solve this problem? We could solve this problem if Parliament could only enact an amendment to the law. Let me state that. If Parliament could enact an amendment to the law by defining Creoles them, wait on there now, the western side, over 200 years and more, for say, a Creole is a native of Sierra Leone. Let me state that. When they talk about how this law tranga for change, it go need this, it go need that. Even though we're not like the law, we for say law just abolish and ban and strike them from the books, the law books of Sierra Leone, Parliament can grab today and make a definition of who is a native of Sierra Leone. If we define who is a native of Sierra Leone, that definition for include we, the 2% Creoles in Sierra Leone. Because if we do that, one, it don't give we residency in the provinces. The second part, which deals with land tenure, now something we will therefore deal with again, because Sierra Leone not going to ever develop if this land tenure not change. But the first piece, now for stop the discrimination against Creoles, give Creoles the right to reside in the boundaries or within the boundaries of Sierra Leone, like any other lawful Sierra Leonean, then the law will change. But I tell you, if we 98% brothers and sisters the way they listen to this presentation, nor petition their parliament and their parliamentarians and the government and the SLPP government within a power right now, I think we then create them because we are being discriminated against by our own constitution and laws. Get the right for take with case, go ECOWAS first, and see how we would petition our case to ECOWAS to show that we, the Creoles, have been discriminated against in Sierra Leone. And this discrimination has lasted for a total of 58 years. Because when the British they left in 1960 before independence, when we take charge, we adopt the stupid British law. We continue for divide us, in Sierra Leone. And then we continue for reenact these laws. Today in 2018, we discriminate against a very small group of people within the freedom. So I don't think we Creoles for begin consider ourselves as Sierra Leoneans. Probably we will just call ourselves Freetonians. Because that's the only place that where we are legal in Sierra Leone, in Freetown. Probably that's the reason why we will not say they're not like we in our country, we don't run away from our country. Because we not get rights, we not get privilege, we not get residency, we not get freedom of movement, and we not get freedom of tap. Let me say that again. We not get freedom for tap past Western area. But it's bad. So President Bio, parliamentarians, we did it because we not get representation at parliament say for let we bring up. For let say we get MPs that we will speak on behalf of this whole issue. We not get representation at the court where we get Creole people and say we will say, bo, let we try. We may not try. Lawyer Maurice Gaba, we don't try. He take the case, go to the Supreme Court. You know what happened? You need 5 Supreme Court judges for sit on it. All the Supreme Court judges they lay, even the Creole boy them and the Creole one the way they all go hide because they're afraid the 98%. They don't want to rule against that. Parliament, President Bio, solve this problem. Creoles are natives of Sierra Leone. If you declare that Creoles are natives of Sierra Leone, you have solved the first land tenure issue in Sierra Leone. Then we could deal with the second part as to who go buy and who side who go tap. So, from Dr. Bull to say talk me, this talk here is AB. Now the case that, goodbye.